Hey everyone, Sweet Johnny Cage here, back with another guide for Resident Evil Village. This time I'm going to show you how to take down the final Dimitrescu daughter, Cassandra, on Village of Shadows difficulty without the use of any infinite ammo weapons or New Game Plus bonuses. The name of the game in this difficulty is Planning and Ammo Conservation, so I'm going to show you my sort of stats here. Both my handgun and my shotgun are level 2. If you'd like, you could level up your sniper rifle to level 2 at this point, but I'm never going to use it in this fight. But doing so for the next boss fight is very helpful. And that's sort of my setup here. Like I said, ammo conservation is key, and also make sure you have the ability to craft mines. You should have had this for the Bella Dimitrescu fight, but if you haven't purchased that already, do so now, because it's really going to help you with the intro of this fight. You can actually sort of plan your attack with this boss fight. Okay, so once you're in the room, don't forget to break this pot. Either there's chem fluid, ammo, gunpowder, something will be in there to help you. And then once you're in here, go ahead and pick up this rusted scrap. And then you want to craft a mine. And the reason for this is because you can plant the mine near the wall, and then when you move the bookshelf and trigger the actual encounter, Cassandra will fly over that mine, blow it up, take damage, as well as blow the wall open, allowing you to actually deal more damage to her throughout the fight and get the thing going. So plant the mine here. Don't plant it against the wall because she won't go near it. You want to sort of plant it in the middle of this little lane, and then just move the shelf and just stand here and wait for her to go into the mine. You do need to stand in the path of the mine. This way she aggroes to you. Otherwise, she'll just go wherever you are. So if you're nowhere near the mine, it's not going to help. You do need to move the bookshelf. I have tried it without it. The wall will not blow up, which doesn't make physical sense, but that's okay. All right, so the name of the game here is to just run around and use audio cues. Whenever you hear her say something or groan, sort of take a look around to see where she is. If you hear her scream loudly, that means that she's either going to start slashing or reposition. Either way, turn around and find out where she is, because you're going to need to adjust your path, or that will be your opportunity to deal some damage to her. You really don't ever want to stop, otherwise you're going to take damage. It's going to happen to me a few times here. There are pipe bombs in this room. There's a total of 2, along with a lockpick, which is useful for later. You can use the pipe bombs, but I recommend saving them unless you're out of ammo. The reason for that is because they're really helpful in the next boss fight, which can take almost 20 minutes to finish. So this fight, very similar to Daniela, is just get her in a pattern of running around, use your audio cues. Once you hear her say something or start groaning, turn around. A really helpful, I don't know if you want to call this part of the control scheme or something, but if you hold back on the left stick and then press circle at the same time, so just back and circle, you will immediately pivot around 180 degrees and the camera spins around really fast. This is really, really helpful for this fight because Cassandra is almost always going to be behind you, and you want that to be the case. You want to avoid her at all costs while trying to take pot shots at her. And so whenever you hear those audio cues of her groaning or screaming or even taking slashes, you want to pivot the camera around as quickly as possible. This way you can get some shots into her. And I've mentioned this in pretty much every boss fight so far, but you want to make sure you take focus shots, and those are represented by when the crosshair closes in on itself, and with the handgun it turns into a little dot. With the shotgun, it becomes a complete circle. With the sniper rifle, if you're using it in this fight, I don't really recommend it. It's too slow. But the focus shots with that weapon, when you're looking down the scope, a dot actually appears. So with those sorts of shots, they deal a little bit more damage. And as long as you're aiming for the head, you'll get some decent bonus damage. And that's kind of it for this fight. Similar to Daniela, you're just trying to get her in a pattern, but instead of you chasing her down, she's chasing you down. So the audio cues are really the important part of this fight. There are pipe bombs here, but I recommend saving them for the next boss fight. The reason for that is because even with a ton of ammo and 2 pipe bombs, that fight can take almost 20 minutes to finish. So you want to go into it with as much ammunition as possible. So make sure you're only taking focused shots whenever possible, You don't want to just sort of stand still when she's standing still and unload a clip into her. It's not effective. The focus shots are the way to go. So that's kind of it. I'll let the video play out, but I'm just employing the same strategy over and over. It will take a while, but it'll make it so you don't die, and you'll actually be successful. That's it. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment. I'll do my best to help you out. If you're looking for more guides for Resident Evil Village, especially on Village of Shadows difficulty, please subscribe to the channel so you get alerted when new guides go live. If you're interested in supporting the channel monetarily, please consider becoming a channel member by clicking the blue join button below this video. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and on Twitch, and as always, I'm Sweet Johnny Cage. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Crazy witch.